saying what goes around comes around, but the age-old teaching of the law of attraction that inspired this sort of thing, it can kind of get the universe back
in order. All right. Well, fortunately, we have an expert here to explain all this. Here with tips for making the law of attraction work for you is energy healer and author Janet Richmond. Her best-selling books include Choices, Neutralizing Your Negative Thoughts and Emotional Blueprint, and her latest book, Soul Psychology. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And you're a Connecticut native, and you went to Yale, right?
No, my daughter went to Yale.
Oh, your daughter went to Yale. Well, you could just say, oh, yeah, of course I went.
Yeah, I could have said that.
It sounds good on paper. So this is something that some of us feel very connected to. Maybe our viewers at home, maybe you have that sense of this, but kind of break it down for us for people who aren't so aware of it.
Well, basically, the law of attraction is about like attracts like, and the idea is if you think positive, you're going to draw the positive in. However, there is sort of a misunderstanding out there about it, because often people think it's just the current thoughts. So the idea is if you start to think positive from now on, you're going to bring in all positive in your life, and then sometimes they get disappointed because it doesn't work that way.
So how does it work? Why doesn't it?
What happens in reality is it's all the thoughts you've ever had your whole life, negative and positive, that are doing that attracting. So
if you thought poorly in the past, that's going to come back to haunt you in a way?
In a way it does. And to make matters even worse, it's not just from this life. It's from all of the lives we've ever lived.
Now you're in trouble.
Now we're getting deep.
We're getting deep because there's a lot of energetic baggage that we carry from so many lives, tens of thousands of lives.
But how can we change that?
We can.
Okay.
First of all, we have to understand that you can't, it's not that the positive thoughts are going to erase or replace the negative. You actually have to do something about them, because they're attracting in. Even if you never think negative again in the rest of your life, the ones you've already had are still there. So there's a technique. It's really simple. Anybody can use it. We come well equipped to use it, and you change the nature of, we disarm those negative thoughts. We make it so that they aren't attracting anymore, and that's really going to change your life. And the technique is called neutralizing.
Neutralizing.
I'd like to neutralize. Is this something we could do now or here?
Well, you can, but I don't know that we have enough time.
Okay.
It doesn't take a lot of time once you understand, but I would have to explain a little bit.
Well, do just that. I mean, give us a brief overview, if you don't mind.
Well, the brief overview is that we each have a light within us. You've probably heard that. Yeah, right? Well, that light is really the powerhouse. And once we focus on it and activate it, we use that light to neutralize the energetic baggage that we're carrying. And it's really simple. And we all come equipped. We all have the light. We just have to get a little bit familiar with how to use it. And I explain it in one of my books.
I was going to say, so tell us all about the two books that you have here.
This is Choices, Neutralizing Your Negative Thoughts and Emotional Blueprints. Of course, it's a little bit more complicated than I'm giving in this thumbnail sketch. And that's, I wrote that like I'm talking across the kitchen table to you, so it's very accessible.
Easy to understand.
Yes.
That's good.
And then this book, Soul Psychology, adds another layer to understanding. It talks about how we've evolved through the human kingdom, both in and out of body, and how it affects our life today. Answers a lot of questions, a lot of examples. It's also understandable, easy to read.
I want to ask you, Janet, how did you start this? Was there something in your life that made you search for more answers here?
Yeah, oh gosh, my parents died when I was 18 months, and I was adopted by my aunt and uncle, but I never got over the trauma of it. And I just grew up an emotional basket case, just afraid of the world, afraid to go anywhere alone, afraid to answer the telephone. I mean, really serious anxiety and fear. And I went in and out of therapy, trying to fix myself, and it helped in a lot of ways. I became more aware and understanding my issues and my patterns, but it didn't fix anything. And then I met this woman, Joan Culpepper, in the 80s, and it changed my life. It just changed my life. And she was very big talent in bringing in great information.
Well, it's nice that you're able to pay it forward now to other people and help other people.
That's what I want to do, because it changed my life 180 degrees for 5 or 6 times, really.
You guys have to check out the books.
Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, you're welcome.
Check them out on Amazon. Thank you, Janet. We appreciate it.
It's coming up from New Haven.